cried at the altar. She cried at the altar. Everyone saw the tears, but nobody knew what the tears meant.
She cried at the altar.
She cried at the altar, and everyone thought it was joy. She cried at the altar, but the tears told a deeper story. Some tears come from happiness,
Some tears come from healing,
some tears come from finally
receiving what you prayed for.
She cried at the altar,
And only God knew why.
The church was full, every seat was taken, every eye was on her as she walked down that aisle in the dress she had dreamed about since she was a little girl, watching her mother flip through wedding magazines on Sunday afternoons and pointing at dresses saying, one day,
One day,
and now one day had arrived, and she was walking toward it, step by careful step in shoes that were slightly too tight. But she had refused to change them, because they were perfect, and perfect was what this day
was supposed to be.
And as she walked, something happened inside her that she had
Not prepared for something
that arrived without warning and filled her eyes before she could stop it. Hey, hey, hey. Because walking toward the altar,
It's not just walking toward a person.
it is walking toward every prayer.
You prayed in the years before this moment.
It is walking past every season of doubt, every night of wondering if this day would ever come.
Every moment
I've almost given up on the belief that God had someone prepared for you, and arriving at the proof that He did all of that hits you at the altar in a way it does not hit you anywhere else.
she cried at the altar.
Because the wait was finally over. Check.
She cried at the altar.
Because God had not forgotten her. Every prayer she prayed alone, every night she cried alone, every season she waited alone, was answered in one moment.
She cried at the altar.
Because faithful God showed up. She remembered the season 3 years before, when she had been in a different church at a different altar, praying a very different prayer. God, I am tired of waiting. I have been faithful, I have been patient, I have done everything I know to do, and I am still alone, and I do not understand you right now, and I need you to either show me why the wait is necessary or end it, because I am running out of the faith required to keep believing that you see me. Hey, hey, hey. And she remembered how that prayer had felt like it fell into silence, how she had driven home that night with a specific hollow feeling of someone who had emptied everything they had before God and received nothing in return except the quiet that felt like absence, but was actually just patience, wearing a disguise she could not recognize, until she was standing at this altar with this man, understanding that the silence was never absence. Hey, it was preparation. Hey, hey. And every person who told her she was too picky, yeah. Every person who told her to lower her standards, hey. Every person who asked her when it was her turn with a smile that carried more judgment than curiosity.
Every person who made her
Feel like the waiting, 'cause every reflection of something wrong with her was answered in this moment, without her having to say
a single word.
Hey! She cried at the altar.
She cried at the altar.
as proof that God answers prayer. I want to tell you what was happening inside her as she stood at that altar, because the tears told a story that nobody in that church could fully read from where they sat. She was not just crying because she was happy, although she was not just crying because the moment was beautiful, although it was. She was crying because standing at that altar, she could see for the first time the full picture of everything that had brought her to this specific moment. The prayers that felt unanswered were answered in the very person standing before her. The standards she had refused to lower were met in the very man whose hand she was about to take the seasons she had spent alone. Were the exact seasons God was using to prepare her for the marriage she was about to enter. And the waiting that she had almost not survived was not punishment, it was preparation for the specific person. That specific preparation made her ready for and standing at that altar, looking at him, she understood all of it at once. Every unanswered prayer was answered. Every painful season was purposeful. Every moment of almost giving up was a moment God was holding her together for exactly this. And the tears were not just tears of happiness. There were tears, but not just tears of happiness. There were tears of this specific, overwhelming gratitude that comes when you finally see the full picture of what God was doing in every season you could not understand. Hey, now she cried at the altar. She cried at the altar. She cried at the altar. Everyone saw the tears, but nobody knew what the tears must mean. She cried at the altar. She cried at the altar, and everyone thought